Hey, cheek 1, 2. How's it sounding? All right. I've got a couple of courtrooms to go through today. This is what they call court hopping, but yeah. So if you bear with me, we'll start out in the magistrate's room with Magistrate Boyer, and then we'll progress into the judge's rooms where all the excitement happens. Things seem to be okay, nothing's getting out of hand. We will move on from there. So yeah. I may be on screen, I may be off screen.
Have you talked to a defense attorney? Just hang back. We'll get started.
Nice. What a good question to ask.
Yeah, she's sitting there eating her breakfast. Oh, for a copy of the list, a regular copy of the list. She usually gives one for me with the judge's name and then one blank with just the defendant's name. Thank you.
Oh, that's why I haven't got my list. She's sitting there eating her breakfast. Damn it.
So, what is that?
Continue.
Pesto or Alfredo, that sounds good. I eat that kind of stuff.
So I want the bowl of pasta with the Alfredo chicken.
Hey, that's right. That sounds real good.
Hi, how are you?
It's here.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wait, you already said chicken?
Yeah, Alfredo and chicken.
It said add protein or two. Oh, or two. Okay, chicken.
Yeah. Right. Are we ready on Mr. Boyd?
I'll take chicken Alfredo any day of
Yes,
the
Your
week.
Honor.
So we.
Thank you.
Hey,
Good
Amy.
morning.
Good morning. Boyd, your name for the
Talking after in this courtroom.
Boylan appearing on behalf of Donald Boyd.
is your. Can we have your client give his name for the record, please? Boyd. Thank you. This will be case 24-056-994, State of Michigan versus Donald Walter Boyd, counsel.
Again, Magistrate, good morning. Always a pleasure. Steve Vincent for the people, P71917.
Vincent seems to be the prosecutor in this courtroom.
You can see May of 2022, I leaned for the allegation was only did the defendant, initially below that 0.217 an hour and a half later.
Why is who's talking? If it's the defendant, he needs to hush.
Apparently, he had a second breath test.
Okay, it's only Steve.
Of 0.19 and a 0.18 respectively. He was found allegedly with cocaine on his person as well. Magistrate, this isn't a flight issue. We are going to ask for an alcohol tether. The defendant does have a past in terms of convictions for alcohol, albeit they're old. I have a 98 operating while impaired with liquor out of Madison Heights. 5 years later, I have an operating under the influence. Issue. It's the
record, I believe every word of that history. The guy on Boyd, the window on Boyd on it looks like he can't with alcohol very well.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent. Is there any thought that will be increased to a third if he's got two priors?
Possibly a second, Magistrate. He had a second that he ended up getting it reduced down to in that 03 offense. So there's a possibility for a second here, but I can't tell you one or another with 100.
Camera, just for references, I'm busy having a nibble. Yeah. And who knows where this is going to take us. I've got about 3 hours spare, so yeah. See.
Your defense?
Right, I'd ask that you adopt Mr. Vincent's request for no bond, but at the same time, I have an issue with alcohol tether. My client is a recent amputee. He was involved in a serious motorcycle accident. He lost. He injured his shoulder. He's actually had an open wound. He's going through daily attendant care and wound care. He has surgery scheduled. He is not flight risk, but at the same time, he's not alcohol or drug risk. He is 100% under doctor's care on almost a daily basis. So I'd ask that he just be given no bond. He has no income. He has a source of income. He has no ability to earn income while he's going through this recuperation phase of his injury.
Thank you. All right. All right, sir. While the tape is pending, you are not to use or possess any controlled substances at any time. And additionally, no driving without a license, but it doesn't sound like that will be a major concern. Be set at $10,000 personal. Next court date will be July 3rd, probable cause conference, July 9th, preliminary exam, both of those. Madam Clerk? The sticker says Taylor and the file says Jefferson. Right. One moment for you, Judge Counsel. Okay.
Ooh.
All right, those dates will be in front of Judge Taylor here in 36th District Court. Anything else for this record?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Rock standard DUI.
Yeah, we've got
It's gonna be
three at
interesting.
Wayne County. With the deputy in room 3J15. What's your name?
Not.
Thank you.
Ellen, someone?
And this will be case 25-057-116, State of Michigan versus Donald Deshaun Knott. Counsel.
Oh, Donald Deshaun Nutt.
Good morning, Magistrate Lisa Coyle, here on behalf of the people.
Good morning, good morning, Your Honor. Jessica Shively, number 81798, on behalf of Mr. Nutt, who is full reading, understands his constitutional rights and standing up.
Court will enter not guilty. Please don't answer behalf.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Your Honor, this case originated back in November of 24. There was the prosecutor signed it in April 25, and so there is a little bit of time on this, but the allegations are serious. There's an allegation as to alleged PPO violations in November and 9th, I believe the 19th, and the allegedly not, he knows that he's not supposed to make contact. He is allegedly did make contact. The date of that PPO was November 1st of 24, doesn't expire till November 1st of this year. Your Honor, I do know that it is serious. The allegations, I believe, are because there was a prior assault with this victim. So with that being said, Your Honor, I do note that it's not physical contact, but it is social media contact that it's not supposed to be having.
Oh, dude, why the hell did you do that? Like, seriously? You just ruined your chance at winning some money on the online poker.
People would be not with the tether, Your Honor. Why he was in there is from 1993 to 20.
It's my understanding that he turned himself in on May 14th.
I'm not sure what my OBS is picking up in the way of audio from there. If you can hear it, please let me know you can hear it okay. If not, then I'm going to have to do something. Let's turn that to monitor and output that I can hear it. And yes, it's going to echo in my ears, but who cares?
And he has been in since. He finished his time on Friday. He got sentenced to 45 days.
Good to know he finished his time.
For PPO violation, which is because of this matter. So it's all tied together. So he's not there on a separate matter. He did his time. I believe he turned himself in May 14th. He did 45 days. His time was up on Friday, and he had to take care of this. Never arraigned on this. So we know he's not a flight risk because he's already turned himself in, on something. He's done his time. He's had the time to sit there for 45 days and do a lot of thinking. And as already stated by the people, this is not physical, but we understand that it's still, he has these pending charges. However, they are allegations. They do have date to them. He is working. He supports 2 kids with the job. So respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond given all that has just passed the time that he served and when this was from, and the fact that he turned himself in, Your Honor.
So the 45 days that he served, is that for the PPO violation?
Correct.
And what's the nature of his employment? He still has this job 45 days later.
He's a high-low driver. He works from 6 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. He's had this job. And so it's my understanding that he can go back to that job. I can get more information if the court would like. My client's 51 years old. He's a lifelong resident. He has 2 kids.
Oh.
I do note for the court that the complainant has been contacting the prosecutor's office why he hadn't been picked up on the warrant. So even though the case is old, she has still been going forward and trying to get some movement on this case. So obviously that there was a violation hearing, there was some movement, but that's why I believe that tether is necessary because of past allegations of sexual assault.
So I just want to make sure we're all speaking about the same thing. This is a poker app.
Yeah.
And so a tether is not going to restrict somebody's hands from going on a app, and a tether is going to keep, somebody, but this was nothing physical. So I don't know how tether, and it's not a flight risk.
My thought is, but my point is that the reason for the PPO was because of physical contact, with allegations of physical contact.
Yes and no. There may have been physical contact there, but there was definitely physical contact. Because if you're playing poker online on an app, then yeah, there's some non-physical contact, especially if you're chatting to other players who quite often can be using pseudonyms. Yeah.
That's why there was a assault in the first place.
So, what did you say his work hours are?
All right, his work hours are 6 p.m. to 5:30 a.m.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Sir, I see your hand up. I'm not ignoring you. I just didn't want to interrupt anybody. Anything you say can and will be used against you. It's all part of the record. Now, if your time for work has changed and you need to clarify that, okay, but I don't want you making any statements on the record because there are prosecutors on.
Okay, I say that. But I'm about to tell you something that I already have. So once I get released today or whenever, I'm already on tether. Once I get released from here and a year probation, I'm already it's already in effect already. That's why I'm letting y'all know.
Thanks, sir.
I do note that for the record, in the PPO, it says the petitioner has a reasonable apprehension of sexual assault because the respondent had sexually assaulted the petitioner or threatened the petitioner with sexual assault. And then it also checked off threatening to sexually assault, kill, or physically injure the petitioner or named individual. That is why that's why I asked for the tether in the first place, because of what she alleged in the PPO, as well as her statement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, sir. I don't know how to get through to you. I mean, she's got a PPO against you. You've done 45 days for violating that PPO. You have to have any contact with her at all.
Right.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Right. No contact.
Just while they're doing this, any clips or any timestamps I should be warned about that I should be keen to jump to and whatever, because otherwise it's just going to be mostly docket stuff.
With her in any way, shape, or form. You will have a GPS tether on this case as well. Curfew on the tether will be 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Court will set behind this matter personal. And 1 second for your next court date. Next court dates will be July 1, probable cause conference, July 8th, preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Jefferson here in 30th District Court. Thank you, Mr. Knott. You're all set.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if Judge Jefferson live streams. In fact, I don't think he does.
All right. Who's the gentleman with the white shirt on under the green? A little louder, sir.
Devon,
Thank you. All right, Mr. Henderson Yarber, you've got quite a few traffic matters we're going to deal with before we get to your main case.
yes, sir. I'm currently working on those now while I'm incarcerated. I'm trying to take care of those.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, I have to go through these, but if you've done a plea by mail, then that will run its course. But when you miss those court dates, a judge issued an arrest warrant for you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You must have the right to an attorney. And if you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide one for you. Do you understand those rights, sir?
Yes, sir.
And let's see, your first ticket is P1410476 with charges of having my license suspended and no insurance. P1132179, driving while license not valid. P1136774, driving unregistered vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor, and driving while license not valid. P1284043, driving unregistered vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor.
How many tickets does this guy have?
SP 1284043, no insurance misdemeanor. P1286766, driving while license not valid, unregistered vehicle, and no insurance misdemeanor. P1420846, drive while license not valid. P 1424442, driving license suspended, driving unregistered vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor. P 1425145, driving while license
Holy
suspended,
cow.
driving unregistered vehicle. P 1441836, driving unregistered vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor, driving while license not valid. P 1472113, driving while license suspended, driving unregistered vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor. And X 4157584, no optional person. These are all misdemeanor charges.
Holy cow. Whew. What do I say? Literally, how many frickin' tickets has he not paid? And is that a sign of a sovereign? Because I know they don't pay their tickets. And if the judge goes into their history when they go to court, they're forever reading traffic tickets. He doesn't appear as one. From what he's said so far, it all seems reasonable, but who knows, it could be reasonably unreasonable.
Sir, maximum penalty based on each is up to 93 days in jail and or fine. Set aside the arrest warrants in a not guilty plea on your behalf. Give you personal bond. Next court date will be July 9th at 9 a.m. in Judge Millhouse. You started the plea by mail process, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I have. I'm currently right now just waiting. I got my mother giving me the like all the court dates and all the addresses, so I can, because I do have the plea by mails and the proof of incarceration papers. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's the route you want to go, feel free to continue in that fashion. Madam Clerk, his last name is Henderson-Yarber. Who would his plea by mails go to? Is it H or Y, and who would that go to? If you know. It's not the biggest thing. Okay. All right, sir. Well, continue along with that plea by mail process. And that should work out for you.
Unfortunately, Judge Milsner, with the judge they mentioned, I'm not aware that they live stream, so I'll be able to get this guy's next court appearance. But you know, I'd probably be following this guy quite closely if I was able to. Doesn't help that I don't have access to the electronic court filing system over there. Otherwise I would look this guy up, but honestly, sounds like it would be fun.
All right, your primary case is
Jessica Scheib on behalf of Mr. Henderson-Yarber, who is from a reading understands his constitutional rights and stands mute.
will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf.
Your Honor, Mr. Henderson-Yarber is currently under sentence for an unarmed robbery. The date of that offense was August 1994, which involved a purse snatching at the Motor City Casino. He received from Judge Brown 3 years probation, first year Wayne County Jail. So he is right now under sentence. And, based on his credits that he will get, I don't know when his release date will be. For that reason, this involved a basement window. This is on the 15th, so 4 days before that event. There's a basement window that was forced open, and Clayton and her fiance were asleep, and allegations based through a print linked Mr. Henderson-Yarber to breaking in. She sees him in the house, a man in the house, money, guns, and jewelry. Then also a credit card was taken, and he is on camera using it at the Foot Locker. So that's how they pulled him together to the home invasion. Based on the fact I don't know what his release date is, based on the good time credit he's going to get, I believe they get about a week, a month. So I'm going to request a $30,000 cash surety with a tether, but I don't know if that's going to be necessary. And of course, no contact with Ms. Younger or the Ardmore address.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this incident allegedly is from August 15, 2024, not entered until 2025. He's a lifelong resident. He has 3 kids. He's been in custody since August 19, 2024, and I'm asking the court to consider a nominal.
So he got arrested when it happened, and it's taken them 1 year to get to this point. Yeah, something smells a bit funny.
Here, I don't believe he's getting out anytime soon. These are allegations. He's presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider no bond here.
Well, it sounds then, Your Honor, that his release date will be sooner because he's going to be credit for that first year being in jail. So if he's been in for that while, his release should be somewhat soon. That is why I'm asking for that high cash surety bond.
Thank you. Yeah, home invasion, very serious situation. I think it's 1 year felony, and he's allegedly breaking into this person's house. So bond will be as follows. We have no contact with a complaining witness, no contact with that address. Should post bond be on GPS tether on house arrest. Court will set bond at $20,000 cash or surety. I'll give you a bond redetermination hearing in 2 days on June 25th in front of Chief Judge McConico. Further dates will be a probable cause conference on July the 3rd and preliminary exam July the 10th. Both of those will be in front of Judge Taylor. Thank you, sir. That takes care of you for today.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a shame I can't keep touch with that guy because, dude, yeah, he was letting his attorney do the talking and stuff, but that many traffic tickets, you gotta wonder what the hell. Sovereign adjacent, or just can't be backed to pay the tickets. I have no idea on that one.
All right, and that leaves us with Mr. Turner, correct?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Oh, this one's got a KPS. Are there files?
I have, Your Honor, it's KPS, felony KPS.
KPS, nice. That means he's taken off, and they've had to go find him. Yeah, Mr. Turner here isn't going to get out of jail very quickly. Put it that way.
Deontay.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to come back to him. And we're still waiting on DDC. Can somebody call DDC, please?
Oh, Detroit. GDC, always a good time.
Judge, an arrest warrant for you. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say.
Yeah, that was tough.
I'm going to set aside the arrest warrant, enter an on your behalf, give you a personal bond, and your next court date is a pretrial July 8th in front of Judge Ramsey here in 36th District Court. And just hang tight till the Chief Judge rings in, and we'll get you arraigned.
Okay, so for the CSC, this is a Parliament cause here.
No, this is a on a capious bond where you missed the preliminary exam on the CSC.
Okay, so my next court hearing would be with.
You know, the next court date will probably be in a PCC. It will.
So it restarted basically.
Are the cases related?
No.
No, that's silly, mister. Come on. The probable cause, it's not a frickin' restart of the case. We're waiting for the Chief Judge to go.
Mr. Reagan.
Hey, Judge, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Oh. GDC has got the act together today. Well, at least the male side.
How are you doing, sir? Magistrate Boyer.
Doing pretty good. We can start with anybody except Stamps. We're waiting on Chief Judge to zoom in for him.
Man.
Hey, listen, I thought I heard a voice over the scene.
Doing, Phil?
Good, big brother.
Can you do me a favor and send some AC over here to DDC, man?
Man, it's on the way, brother. On the way. On the way.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Scout's going last.
Oh, God. Something tells me this is going to be fun. Where the heck is the Chief Justice? Tuck myself in the corner.
49. Right. Say your 49. Sure, allow them.
Yes, sir. Right, this is the case 25-057-858, Michigan versus Cottrell Rashad Adams, counsel.
Magistrate, before I make my appearance, I just wanted to confirm, this has got to be an AG case. I couldn't find anything in our system.
AG case.
It is, okay. We're not going to be appearing, thank you.
Claim is MGM Brand. Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Adams, waive the reading stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Judge.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to bond.
Judge, it's a non-assaultive case. I'd ask for personal bond. My client currently working, Judge, as a plumber. Judge lives in the city of Detroit with his family, Judge. He takes care of his sister who has a illness that he is a caregiver for, Your Honor. I'm asking for personal bond for him. Keep his history to my knowledge, Judge.
While the case is pending, you're not to go to any Detroit casino. Is that clear to you? Sir? All right. Bond will be set at $5,000 personal. Next court date is July 1, probable cause conference. July 8, preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Giles here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Thank you.
Okay. What is it with Detroit and gambling at the moment? Seems to be a lot of gamblers in Detroit, especially young ones.
What's your name, sir?
Daniel.
And this is also okay, please. Oh, this is a misdemeanor though. Okay, this is 24044372, State of Michigan versus Deontay Daniels, counsel.
Thank you, Steve Benson for the people. Good morning, Mr. Reagan.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Smith. Bill Wright on behalf of Mr. Daniel, with the reading stand advised of his rights.
Will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I know there's $1,000 10% case in the file, and at least one prior case as a approved. As to
Okay. Okay. That shirt just makes him look extra special.
bond.
That's all, Matt.
That's
That's
all.
all right, Magistrate. 2 failures to appear. You originally arraigned this individual. You gave him a $5,000 personal. He previously was arraigned on that bench warrant for the first time, July 17, 24. And then I consider this to appear at the next hearing date. And that's when Brian ended up giving that 7,010%. We're going to ask you to continue this, and the alternative, we would ask for a tether.
Judge, my client had another matter that was dismissed, got it confused with another case. Yeah, there's another case, I think, in Third Circuit right now, Judge. It shows up similar to it. I know that his mom just passed away a couple weeks ago, Judge.
Yeah, I respect Council Reagan, but dude, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, because your mum passed away, you don't have to go be a twat.
You know, it's a 24 case, bond is $100. I'm asking the court to consider personal, if not, whatever other condition the court wishes to put on there along with the personal.
Is your client employed?
It's not employed. He's receiving Social Security disability at this time.
Magistrate, I know Mr. Reagan puts a lot of work in these things. I appreciate him bringing up that other case. That other case was dismissed prior to his arraignment on the bench warrant. Here was in 36th District Court. It was dismissed June 26th of 24. As you can see, he was arraigned on the bench warrant here about a month later on this case.
Okay. So tweaking out on something too. Big time tweaking.
All right. While this case is pending, you have no contact with Mr. Lawrence. You will have GPS tether. Curfew on that tether will be 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Boundary set at 5,000 personal. Court date is pre-trial July 3rd. Oh, and no weapons. Pre-trial July 3rd in front of Judge Bryant here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alright. Still waiting for Chief Justice to show up, but yeah, let's continue with these.
Thank you, sir. One moment. What's that name? And this is case 25-04450, State of Michigan versus Nikita Council.
Lisa, hearing on behalf of the people. Good morning, Mr. Reagan.
Full Reagan on behalf of Nikita Wright, waive the formal reading stand mute, suspended by of his rights.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I know there's a $1,000 10%. It's in the file entered April of this year. Looks like it was entered a month after the tether was removed. And
Your Honor, the rate was given originally in January 15th, a 10% to redetermination given a 510% with the tether. Then they removed the tether 2 weeks later. He then failed to appear about 2 weeks later. They were given him another 2 weeks to appear. Then Judge Jones gave him 1,010%. He was arraigned on that bench. Bond was maintained. He went to redetermination, was given a $50,000 personal with tether by Judge Williams. 2 weeks later, the tether was removed, disappeared once again. So, Your Honor, I'm asking for that 1,010% to remain in place. If the court's going to change it from a cash bond, and I'm asking for tether in this matter.
Judge, just 2 days prior to this, he got into a motorcycle accident. He was hospitalized, passed on just recently, Judge, and he was actually arrested at the hospital when he was with his wife. I understand there's some multiple cases here. It's a misdemeanor, Judge, about $100. I would ask the court to make it personal, whatever other conditions the court did impose, Judge.
working.
Judge, he is, yes, he is. He's working at Wendy's every day.
What is work hours?
11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Did you busted his leg 2 days before the KPS
Right, while
issued?
case is pending, you're not to possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You have no contact with Ms. Walker. We're going to try this tether thing. One time curfew on the tether will be 10 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Judge, you're too freaking easygoing. The guy took off as soon as his tether was off. Or tried to take off. Didn't go to court. Apparently he busted his leg or something. I was in a cast into hospital. But, geez. 10,000 cash surety and tether upon release if you can come up with that. That's where I'd be sitting.
Bond will be set at 10,000 personal. Next court date, July 3rd, pretrial in front of Judge Bryant here in 36th District Court. Thank you.
And yes, Judge Bryant does stream, so I might have to try and catch up with this.
Sir, you can step.
Finish that sentence. This sorry some bitch. It's a few days away, so I'll keep an eye out. See if it streams on that day. Doesn't always stream. And have to just keep eyes open.
DVC, that's everybody but Stamps, right?
Sir, let's go do the women.
No, I'm thinking we'll just do Stamps and set them for a redetermination hearing. So we can do Stamps.
Oh, we're gonna get Stamps. Here he is. He looks like a damn postcard stamp.
One moment, I'll be right with you.
Absolutely picture perfect postcard stamp. I'm just wondering what's going to happen with this other guy in green in 3E12.
All right, your name for the record, sir.
Hey, I say Lamar Stamps. How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Sir,
Mr. Stamps, start out with a lot of traffic tickets that you had where you missed court dates. When you missed those, they issued an arrest warrant for you. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say.
Here we go.
Used against you. You understand those rights, sir?
Here we
First
go.
ticket is you, 738933811. Charge of using the street or public property or an alley for parking of vehicles. And there's you, 738933911. Parking lot attendant failure to license. 15448-066, driving while license not valid. P1072610, driving while license suspended, driving unregistered vehicle. P1136896, driving while license not valid. 1287290, while license not valid. P1330144, driving while license not valid. P1353141, driving unregistered vehicle. P1390686, driving unregistered vehicle, driving while license not valid, no insurance, misdemeanor. P1394371, driving while license suspended.
10.
SP 1449161, trespassing in vacant property. SP 1478261, entering or remaining on private property when closed. P 720061, driver's license never acquired, driving unregistered vehicle, and no misdemeanor. P 876257, driving while license suspended. license and driving unregistered vehicle. One three 30560 motor vehicle.
21.
477-386. Failure to.
They keep coming.
Oh. No valid driver's license. Unregistered vehicle, uninsured vehicle, or I'm sorry, improper plate. And 529, unregistered motor vehicle, no insurance, no optional person. And 741-678, driving while license suspended. So these are all misdemeanor charges. Maximum penalty placed on each up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fine.
24. 24 of them. Whew. If I was him in court, I'd be thoroughly embarrassed about that. Holy cow, embarrassed. Damn. Yeah, given there's a few disorderly conducts in there and a couple other misdemeanors that weren't necessarily driving, but I'm going to take a punt at this. He's going to have an awesome time in court because not too many attorneys will want to represent him with that many tickets. I can guarantee you he's somewhat sovereign citizen adjacent.
On your behalf, give you a personal bond. Your next court date on July 11th at 9 a.m. here.
And Judge Archer does not Zoom or does not stream, as far as I'm aware. If I'm wrong, let me know in the chat or let me know in the Discord. And give me the link to Judge Archer's channel, and I will keep tabs up with this guy.
Here in 36th District Court. Your other matter today is 25-057-785. State of Michigan versus Deontay Lamar Stamp. Counsel.
Please hearing on behalf of the people.
So break it on behalf of Mr. Stamps. Judge, what form of reason that Middleton advised of his rights?
Winner not guilty plea on your client's behalf. As we know, there's a $1,000 cash surety capious in the file signed by Judge Taylor June 11th of this year for failing to appear at exam. We've contacted Chief, but he hasn't logged in, so he may be busy with other matters. Anybody have any?
No, Your Honor, the people are asking to remain.
Judge, we're obviously asking one a personal bond for Mr. Stamp if by any way we can get it. So that would be our position.
Okay, obviously I don't have the authority to change that, so it'll be 1,000 cash surety. He'll get a bond determination hearing on Wednesday, June 25th, in front of Chief Judge McConico. Further, our July 2nd probable cause conference, July 9th preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Taylor here in 36th District Court. Thank you, Mr. Stamps. You can step aside.
Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Rob.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, hey, we're on the female side now.
All right, ma'am. DB. A little loud or a lot louder. I couldn't hear you.
It wasn't insane.
Are you guys muted, DDC?
No, Judge, it's the camera over there. They got to get that camera fixed. It's hard to interview.
That Ms. Murphy?
Yes.
Murphy? Okay. All right, this will be case 25-044-629, State of Michigan versus Antoinette Angelique Murphy, counsel.
Mr. Coyle, appearing on behalf of the people.
Deliberating on behalf of Ms. Murphy, Your Honor, waive the reading, stand mute.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf.
Your Honor, this is a misdemeanor. I do not see a history for Ms. Murphy. No motion to attend without personal bond, no contact with the complainant, Mr. Ward. They do have, I believe, a child in common, and no contact with the Fullerton. Thank you.
Judge, no objection to the personal bond, Judge, although we're asking for no assault contact. It's my understanding that claiming that still together, they still raise a 3-year-old together. Sometimes stay together, Judge, at the house together. My client does have her own residence though, Your Honor, but there's been issues everywhere. So we are asking for assault contact. She turned herself in this morning when she found out about the outstanding warrant, Judge.
Ms. Coyle, what are your thoughts on no assaulted?
The note, I'm going back to the note. It is the note is dated March 1st. It says it made it out the front door. She got back into her car. Victim told her to leave, not to return to the property. Threatened bust out defendant's window. She just kept driving around the block until the police arrived. She's still trying to antagonize the victim, get him to do something stupid. Victim then picked up a brick and acted like he was going to throw her just to keep her away. Defendant had tried to grab some of her belongings, not to steal or assault anyone. I think that when I read this, it was basically what Mr. Reagan said, that she does stay over there. It's not a residence, but she was permitted. At this point, I do know it is the end of February where this was, but I can't say that the situation's changed. So at this point, I would ask still for no contact at that address. And even if she does stay there still, until they can go to at least a pretrial, and then they can speak to the complainant as to what the current status is. I would feel more comfortable. So.
Okay. All right, while this case is pending, no contact with Mr. Word, no contact with the Fullerton Street address. Court will set bond at $5,000 personal. Next court date is July 3rd for a pretrial in front of Judge Jones, and you can address the contact versus no assaultive contact on that date. Thank you. You can step aside.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Ms. Walton, we're going to start with the traffic ticket you had where you missed the court date. When you missed that date, the judge issued an arrest warrant for you. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide